Coming up on Mountain News this morning, looking for a new home might be difficult in the Commonwealth as the state currently deals with a housing shortage. Plus, Harlan County celebrated the significance of multiple organizations and people in their community.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, Mountain family. My name is Amelia Lee. Today here at 5:31. Today's date, it's November 15th. It's time to check in with our friend, meteorologist Megan Dusmel, for a look at your forecast. Megan, it's Friday. Woo!
Yes.
Happy about that today. And are we happy about the look of our weather forecast? I know it was gloomy, rainy yesterday, but maybe some sun?
Maybe some sun, yes. We just have to get over the little bit of rain that we have this morning. But once that pushes through, we will be nice and dry, especially as we're going into this weekend. And Saturday, we have that mostly sunny sky. So definitely something to look forward to as you're heading into the next couple of days. But yeah, just got to get over this rain first. Current temperatures this morning aren't that bad either. We're a little bit warmer than yesterday, looking in the mid to upper 40s with some places at that 50-degree mark. And we're just going to keep on warming up to those high temperatures for your Friday, looking in the upper 50s for most places and the mid 50s for some places as well. And as we're heading towards Clintwood, 53 and 50 in Wise. And next couple hours, you can really just see that temperature trend as you're going through, and we'll be warming up to that high temperature around that 3 p.m. mark today. I'll have your ARH 7-day forecast in just a couple of minutes. Amelia?
All right, Megan, thank you. Governor Andy Beshear hosted a Team Kentucky briefing yesterday and fielded a number of questions about how he plans to approach the incoming Trump administration. Beshear made it clear that he's willing to work with the Trump administration so long as the policies benefit Kentucky and are legal on both state and federal levels. Beshear was also asked about a stricter immigration policy expected to be put in place.
Remember that within immigration there's a lot of nuance. You know, there are folks that crossed over and are in the United States illegally, and that's very different from folks that are here legally through an asylum program. And wanting to make sure as we do the analysis moving forward that we recognize that nuance and ultimately react accordingly.
During his briefing, Governor Beshear also announced a huge investment for railway projects throughout the Commonwealth. President-elect Donald Trump enacted tariffs on steel and aluminum from the European Union during his first administration. This led to taxes on U.S. products in response, including a 25% whiskey tariff. From 2018 to 2021, in December of last year, the European Union suspended the whiskey tariff until March 31st of 2025. This caused American whiskey exports to plunge by 20%. Governor Andy Beshear says he is generally concerned about the tariffs.
Well, I'm concerned about tariffs generally, not necessarily how they impact our economy in terms of jobs, but how they impact the price of goods.
Governor Beshear added he hopes a president who ran on decreasing inflation and making things more affordable will not put policies in place that raise prices. A new report from Kentucky legislators says the state's housing shortage is growing. The Kentucky Housing Task Force says the state is short 206,000 housing units. The new report highlights the state's need for more dense units, like townhomes and multiplexes. It also says part of the issue stems from challenges with construction and a shortage of trade workers.
There's a lot of fees associated from the very beginning of the development stage with the raw land to get buildable lots. And then there's more fees associated for the builder on their end to produce and build the home.
State Senator Jimmy Higdon says he plans on filing legislation to address the housing shortage during next year's session. East Kentucky Power Cooperative announced 4 new plants on Thursday, 2 at the Cooper Station in Pulaski County. This includes a new natural gas unit, which would triple the power plant's capacity. EKPC also plans to convert one of its 2 units to use either coal or natural gas as fuel, putting the company on track to drop carbon dioxide emissions by 35% by 2035. Nick Comer with EKPC says these are needed projects.
We project over the next 10 to 15 years the cost increase is going to be roughly the rate of inflation. It's not inexpensive to build a new power plant as we're proposing, but it's important to keep the electricity reliable.
Construction is expected to start around 2027. For more details on the plans for the Cooper Station as well as the other projects in other parts of Kentucky, you can visit our website, WYMT.com. The state director for the U.S. Department of Agriculture announced 23 projects in rural Kentucky that will improve energy efficiency. 2 of those are in our area, and both are in Pike County. Cox Foods LLC will use a grant worth more than $211,000 to install display cases, replace a walk-in freezer door, and more. Ramsey Home Place LLC will use a grant worth $29,000 to install energy efficiency heat pumps. Martin County is receiving more than $95,000 in tobacco settlement funds from the Kentucky Agricultural Development Fund. The funding will be used for the County Agriculture Investment Program. The initiative works to improve and diversify current farm operations for Kentucky agriculture procedures through cost share assistance. 31 high schools in Kentucky have received the prestigious College Success Award, and there were quite a few schools in our area that received the honor. The schools chosen were Barberville and Williamsburg City Schools, Corbin, Hazard, Paintsville, South Laurel, and Southwestern High Schools. The award honors public high schools that excel at preparing students to succeed in college. Several Eastern Kentuckians gathered for the annual Harlan County Chamber of Commerce Gala last night. 11 people or organizations received awards for their impact on the community. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox talked to some of those award winners.
The celebration brought out many emotions.
I was overwhelmed when I got the call saying that I had gotten Harlan County of the Year. I couldn't believe it.
After a thorough review of nominees, each award winner received a plaque with rounds of applause, friends cheering on friends.
But if you look across the room, you just see old friends and lots of people you know and so many people in the community that come out to support each other.
Supporting each other and showcasing unity, Lifetime Achievement Award winner Pat Bryson says the people are what makes the community special.
A lot of people say Harlan, Kentucky, you know, but it has the best people in the world, honestly.
For all the folks who woke up these 17 years.
Maybe the most emotional moment, especially for us, former WYMT Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson receiving the Outstanding Contribution Award.
Thank you to the Harlan County Chamber of Commerce. As you can tell, my voice is getting bad from the video, but thank you.
Organizers showing their love for Robinson after they say he has shown continued support for not just Harlan County, but for Eastern Kentucky, even during his years-long battle with brain cancer. In Harlan, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Organizers also named Robinson's award after him, so it's now called the Brandon Robinson Outstanding Contribution Award. Other awards given out include Volunteer of the Year, 2 Businesses of the Year awards, Healthcare Providers of the Year, and more. You can find the full list of winners at WYMT.com. Coming up, Disneyland is ready to open its new attraction today, more than a year after the close of Splash Mountain.
And we have some rain this morning, but how much rain did we get? I'll have that answer coming up.